Today, we're going to look at stencils and how they can be used in DrawPlus to create great-looking, eye-catching designs. OK, let's start with a blank page. In the Stencils tab, which is one of the Studio tabs located to the right of your page, there are lots of ready-to-go stencil designs to choose from. First, select a category from the drop-down list. All of the stencils in that category will be displayed in the gallery below. You can browse through the various designs to find one you like. When you've picked your stencil, click it and then drag it onto the page. Use the resize handles around the edge to resize the stencil if you need to. Next, we'll apply some paint. From the drawing toolbar on the left, choose the brush tool. Then, choose a brush type from the Brushes tab. There are loads of brushes and they're all split into categories. Brushes in the Effects, Paint and Spray categories work particularly well on stencils, but you can choose whichever one you want to. Click on your chosen brush and then set its colour on the Colour tab. On the Context toolbar, you can change the size of the brush by adjusting its width. Now we can start painting. Simply click and drag to paint over the stencil with your chosen brush. The great thing about using stencils is that if you paint over the edge, it doesn't matter. When you release the mouse button, all of the paint outside of the cutout area will be removed. You can change the opaqueness of the paint by adjusting the opacity setting on the Context toolbar. With the pointer tool selected, click on the paint and then change the opacity. When you've finished your painting, click on the stencil and select the Lift Stencil button underneath it. Your stencil is complete. Let's try another design. At the moment, the paint is being applied to the white section, but not the blue section. This can easily be reversed, for example, to create outlines. To do this, select the pointer tool and click on the stencil. Then click Invert. To see the full effect, just lift the stencil. Next, we'll look at applying a stencil over a picture. This technique is really effective and gives your photos a stylish and unique finish. First, choose the stencil you want to use and drag it onto the page. Now you need to insert your picture. Select the Insert Picture button from the drawing toolbar on the left and navigate to your pictures. Choose the one you want to use and then click Open. Click and drag to draw your photo out on the page. As you can see, objects placed outside of the stencil appear invisible until you've applied it. Use the pointer tool to move your photo into position and resize it if you need to. When you're happy, select the light blue area of the stencil and then click the Lift Stencil button. Your picture has taken on a new design. If you want to adjust a stenciled picture, simply select it and then click this button. You can then move the picture using the dotted outline of the stencil as a guide. The stencils also work really well with more abstract photos, as you can see from this example. They can also be used to enhance a photo that didn't turn out quite right. You can strategically position a stencil to make the most of the photo and transform it. No one will ever know. There is so much to do with stencils, so the best thing to do is experiment. Try swapping the colour, brush stroke and stencil you're using. The possibilities are endless. For more information, see the Help, the How To tab or the other online tutorials. Thanks for watching.